December 2005, Boston reaches its highest murder rate in 10 years. And in the wake of the senseless surge in violence, recording artists Twice Style, Wyatt Jackson, Edo.G and D Quest were inspired to take action, forming the group 4Peace. Antonio Ennis, fashion entrepreneur, local retailer, and former MC for the groups MadeMen and the Almighty RSO, found himself in the middle of a controversy over his popular Stop Snitching t-shirts.
We created the shirt with the help of my cousin Tang. He kind of came up with the idea one day when we were sitting around and we ran with it. A young girl named Trina Prasad who was killed. A lot of people were going into court wearing the shirt, the Stop Snitching shirt, being defiant about it. The case got thrown out. They were blaming it on the t-shirt.
The outrage over the t-shirts drew national attention to Antonio and Salty's, and the infamous Stop Snitching t-shirts flew off the shelves. But then, tragedy hit home.
Right around that same time, 4 kids got killed in a rap basement studio in Dorchester. The kid that lived in the house that had the studio, his name was Edwin Duncan. He was one of the 4. He was a former employee of mine. That right there was like, wow. These are things that are starting to affect me as a businessman, me being a father as well. It just can't be all street anymore. I'm looking at it like, yo, something gotta be done here.
Antonio removed the controversial t-shirts from his stores, creating a new Stop Peace t-shirt, which he unveils during a community award ceremony. After the ceremony, a seed for peace is planted.
There was a guy named Rodney Daly there. He started Gang Peace way back in the day. And I was talking to Wyatt Jackson, who's one of the original members of 4Peace. And he said, y'all need to make a song together. He called me up and was like, yo, you remember what Rodney said about us doing a song together? We should really do that. When he said Edo, I was like, okay, this is the perfect time for us to really see what's up with us. I was like, okay, yeah, I could do something with that. Me, you, Edo, and D. Wyatt came back and was like, I spoke to Edo, Edo's with it, boom, 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 this is the beat.
I brought a couple of different beats to the table. We all kind of zoned in on the same beat. We all got together, and that was the first time that I had really sat down with E and even, considered, we talked about, yeah, let's do a song, but it was always like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really gonna do no song with you. We just being cordial.
I'm in my store, I'm playing the beat on the system. I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice. Like, all right, I'm listening, so I'm like, okay, Edo, this is the type of beats Edo can get.
We got in the studio, man, and the song came out so powerful that we said, let's shoot a video.
The song, Stop Peace, began getting regular airplay over Boston's urban and college radio. 4Peace gained entry where no other hip-hop band had gone before.
So we got into, South Bay County Jail. Rappers don't get in the jail to shoot videos. That just does, especially not here. It just doesn't happen.
We wanted to get dudes on the inside to start relaying that message, like, when you come out.
An appearance by Boston's Mayor Tom Menino, along with cooperation from the Boston Police Department.
We ended up going up on the billboard on Mass Pike, the 250-foot billboard. That was Edo's idea to get up on that, so that's how we had met them.
We hooked up with John Rosenthal and Stop Handgun Violence.
They approached me and said, can we film a music video on your billboard?
We started getting a lot of attention.
Started speaking a lot at a lot of DYS facilities, performing for people like Chief Joe Carter. Now we're getting people coming out supporting us that are politically connected.
And when I saw the music video and heard it, I realized, wow, these guys are finally the answer to our prayers.
They've gone from the neighborhoods and the streets straight into the Justice Department.
They called for a meeting with us one day and showed us a video, a little mini movie that they used to show kids to kind of like, give them some knowledge or scare them straight. We need to come up with something more real. We were like, all right, we could do that.
So when we decided to make a new video, 4Peace helped us develop the entire project. Product now, I think, so much better and so much more targeted and so much more meaningful, and we could have never done that without them.
And we won Outstanding Outreach Campaign this year because of the mandatory sentences video that 4Peace did.
That was about a kid who gets caught with a gun, who assumes that he's only gonna get a year because most of the time that's what happens.
4Peace continues to blaze new trails.
When Deval Patrick, the first black governor in Massachusetts, was running his campaign, he had a big rally at the Reggie Lewis. We performed there, and the keynote speaker behind us will be our next president and commander-in-chief, Barack Obama.
This is why I like coming to Boston. That's all right.
The first rappers to perform at the Hot Stove Cool Music Series, organizing a hip-hop unity concert, coordinating peace parties for teens, and making history at Fenway Park.
Here tonight to perform Take Me Out to the Ball Game, 4Peace.
We just did the opening ceremony, and right now we up in the Legends Suite, you know what I mean? Where legends be at.
And what we doing really makes a difference, so, you know, people can appreciate that.
An idea to a song, to a video, to opening the floodgates, to do things that we never imagined we would do.
Another mini movie for the Department of Justice, Sting Operation.
We did the Sting Operation one about how big crews, big drug crews, and there's always somebody in that gang who ends up flipping the script.
I don't have time for this, man.
All right, man, all right.
I'll talk.
I must have been out of my mind, but now I see it's you I need. Open the door.
Artists from rival neighborhoods who used to hate each other today inspire each other.
You know, at first it was more of MC beef, you know what I'm saying, and not real beef. It was just like more a competitive thing.
My crew, his crew, we didn't get along. Like, I didn't like Edo.G. Like, I couldn't stand Edo.G, and he didn't like me. I didn't like his boys didn't like my boys.
Anytime we were all in the same club, there was tension, you know, and that one particular time we ended up having a brawl.
I mean, guns came out, knives came out, blood got let out.
Until the whole death and the Stop Snitching controversy and everything culminated.
I figured he would more or less be the one to be like, you know, let's be cool though, because we really ain't, what's our beef about?
We kind of found out that, wow, you know, we ain't really that different. Sometimes it takes growth and it takes time to kind of heal all wounds and make people, you know, let the past be in the past.
There's dudes that I run with and have ran with who come to me now to this day like, yo, how you doing stuff with him? Yo, you need to be setting this up so we could pound on him. I'm like, man, there'll be no pounding. There'll be no pounding. That's my brother now.
From this point on, he's like my big brother, you know what I mean? It's been really great, man, because I really got to sit down and chop it up with dudes that I never imagined myself even being cool with.
So I definitely love the work that we're doing now, and I don't think there would have been anybody better to do it with than the person who I'm doing it with now, in Edo.
And from guys like me and Antonio, who had beef, put beef behind us to do something positive and make a living at it. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Twice Thou and Edo.G, the group's core musical and creative inspiration, are using their name recognition and street credibility to develop programs for youth and great music with a message.
We're basically just trying to do and use what our talents are, which is fashion, hip hop, DJing, breakdancing, I mean, we're using these to help kids open their minds up. We would like to see, you know, individuals from different parts of different cities and inner parts, you know, inner cities that can step up and align with us. You know, every ghetto is going through the same thing.
The kids need to believe it. And the only way they believe it is if they see it, if it's in their face, if they're hearing it, if they're talking about it. That's when it becomes believable. That's when mindset starts to change. And that's when, you know, it makes a world of a difference.